Okay, so this is my hair right now. I have like green roots and then blue tips, and it is not pretty. And I decided impulsively today that I'm gonna go blonde. I'm gonna try my hardest to go to a lighter color.
Impulsively, that's never a good idea. You have to think through everything. You have to do your research. You have to buy your products. Impulsively, you run to the store. They don't have the product you want. You buy another. Not good.
I can't talk, but it's gonna be really hard. This is probably the wrong time to decide I want to do blonde because it's gonna take a lot of work to remove all of this like color. And I have 3 days until school starts, and I'm working 8-hour shifts 2 of those days. I don't really have like any time to really like do this, but oh well.
And blue is so difficult to get out. It fades very quickly, but it's so difficult to get out. Let's pray to the gods, to the hair gods, that you are doing the lengths first. And no quick blue. And no 40 volumes.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing permanent colors now. What the fuck did I just say? Okay, hold up. We're gonna damage my hair. I went to Sally's Beauty 5 minutes before I was gonna close, and there was this other girl who wanted to do some color. I don't know, she was taking up like, literally she was asking, there's one employee at Sally Beauty's, and she was asking this girl like 20 million questions, and it was like literally right when the store was closing. Finally, she finished, and the girl was like, oh, hey, what do you need? And I was like, color remover, and she just handed me this. And I was in a rush because obviously they were closing, so I just grabbed it and walked out. And it says removes unwanted permanent hair color.
Like I said, impulsively, always running to the store. Color remover will not, it will fade this blue pigments. And which brand did you use to put the blue on top of that? Maybe search for the brand color remover, the same brand, because it's tested on the same pigments, because every brand, every company has its own pigments, and they make products that are created and tested for that pigment. The same with shampoo for coloring, treatments for coloring, for staying your color longer. It's tested for the pigments that they use. They will not test the shampoo on all the different brands in the world. It's not possible. So try to use always the same product that you are using, to remove it and to coloring it. The color with the same oxidation, for example.
So I don't think that means fashion colors that are semi-permanent, like my hair. So this probably isn't gonna go very well, but we're gonna try.
And they are most of the time direct pigments. And if you put some oxidation on direct pigments, they grow. They will not melt, they grow.
It looks a little lighter. You know, we're just gonna give a little hair tour. Well, anyways, so now I'm gonna be bleaching it. I'm gonna use 30 volume.
So the color remover was already on your hair. I don't see a lot of difference. You're going to bleach it with 30 volumes. Maybe you should use 20 volumes, because you are already knowing that you will have to bleach more than once, more than twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. So please spare your hair, don't damage it, and use a lower volume, because if you're using 30 volumes or 40 volumes or 20 volumes, it has to be bleached more than once.
I really just want this out of my hair, and I don't think I'm gonna touch my roots right now. I think I'm just gonna do the bleach on the blue lower parts of my hair, and then go back and do my roots and possibly add more bleach to my ends. And then at the very end, when I'm done with all of that and I get to the shade that I want, or at least the lightest I can get it, I'm gonna go ahead and just snip a bunch of my hair off. Sorry. So please excuse this lighting. I'm kind of glad the lighting is bad because I look really shitty right now. And I put my hair in foils. I've never done this before. I also, when I was bleaching it, I parted my hair into 2 parts. Like I did the lower layer and then the upper layer. And I've never done that before. I feel like a professional.
Because you parted in 2 sections, you feel like a professional. A professional is taking very, very fine sections. Very fine. But I have to say, I'm very happy that you bleached the lengths first. Let's give her a big applause, because not a lot of girls or women or men are doing that. So that's a big, big plus.
Okay, so excuse the fact that every time I blow dry my hair it ends up so frizzy, but this is really bad view, but this is how it looks right now.
It's more even now. The lengths are more green, so it's more even than before. So it did something, but you see, you have to bleach it more than once. Very difficult.
Honestly, I was thinking about just stopping here because my roots don't look that different from my ends, which is awesome. I really, really like that. So I'm kind of worried about going in and bleaching it again.
Exactly true. Always follow your first feeling. It's a very good color for you. So if you want to change, well, you have a change. It's not blue anymore. It's a very nice green, and you can take it to the next steps a few weeks from now. Let your hair rest, do some masks, some treatments.
And my roots processing a lot more than my ends, and my ends again looking horrible, because I'm gonna go ahead and bleach it, and I'm gonna do like how you would normally bleach it, start in the middle, go to your ends, and then go to your roots, because I don't know.
So color remover, first bleach, now second bleach.
So I'm gonna do that again tonight. I know you're not supposed to bleach your hair 2 times in one day. 2 times in like the same span of like 2 hours is probably even worse.
Honey,
but...
I have seen people bleach their hair 5 times.
Okay, so I got off work like an hour ago and I ate some food and I did my makeup. I know it looks like actual shit, but I don't give a fuck. So this is my hair. I actually ended up bleaching it twice. So I bleached the roots like I said, or not the roots, the tips like I said with 30 volume developer and bleach obviously. And then I went in and did my roots and the ends again with 20 developer.
So there's already 4 bleaches now. Am I correct? But you had to wait with the roots. They never can wait with the roots. Just do the roots if you are very happy with the lengths.
And my roots, of course, didn't bleach that well. And so tonight, I think I'm gonna go in and bleach my roots again. I think at this point, I'm not gonna be able to go gray, or I'm not gonna be able to go blonde. I think what I'm going to do is try and go gray.
So you're not trying to go blonde, you're trying gray? That's even more difficult. Why is she thinking that gray is easier than blonde? To go to gray, you need to go to blonde. Gray will not cover that green? Oh dear Lord.
And having like blue undertones at the bottom will be okay. Like I'm not like the best case scenario, but whatever. But having like green undertones like in the roots, or having like green and gray is just like not a good combination. I don't want that on me.
Blue is better with gray. 1 color remover, 5 bleaches. Ooh, and she's not going to stop. She's going to put some gray on top of it.
So it's so it's the next day and I'm trying so it's
Another color remover.
So it's the next day and I'm trying another color remover. This is the Beyond the Zone Radical Color Remover. I know the last one didn't work, but we're trying again. So I'm gonna do this. I also got 10 volume developer, just enough to do this. Okay, so I applied it to my roots.
Why your roots?
I'm letting it process. I'll come back with the results.
Joe's kind of freaked out.
I'm gonna show up to school bald-headed on the first day. I'm already bald-headed. My hairline is receding so bad. And now I'm actually gonna go bald. They're not gonna recognize me. I'm just gonna be like the bald bitch.
You are not gonna go bald, Molly.
You don't know that, Mom. Okay, so the hair color remover pretty much did nothing. My mom thinks it did something. I don't know.
Not much. But what do you expect? You bleached your blue and the green pigments are a faded blue and these are the last pigments to get out. You had to stop with the green. What are you going to do now? I guess you're going to put gray on top of that. You are in for a surprise. Gray on that color. There are some pigments left in your hair, direct pigments, and you don't know what this gray pigments will do to that direct pigments. Like I said, direct pigments can grow, can swell up if you put some oxidation color on top of that. So it will not be the color that you are expecting. It can be very green, it can be very dark, it can be all kinds of things. Even I don't know what the outcome will be because you cannot see what's coming. That's why if you go to the hairdresser and you have direct pigments on your hair, always say it. Always tell the hairdresser what you did to your hair. It's not because you don't say it that it will be okay. It's because you don't get any surprise, and the hairdresser is not getting any surprises. But she is going to have a big surprise.
I guess it does look a little lighter. Yeah, I was wrong. It did something. So, I'm bleaching my hair for the third time.
Another bleach. 2 color removers, 6 bleaches. 6! And it's not even school yet. So it was in these 3 days.
Okay, so the clip you're about to see is after I bleach my roots, and I bleach my roots and they're pretty much white. Like, most of the color was completely removed, and I didn't really film after this because I was just like, it was really late at night, and I just wanted to get it done because I had school the next morning and I just wanted to go to bed.
I'm so sorry if I don't believe you that suddenly in this one extra bleach all the green was gone. Sorry. I cannot believe that. No, sorry.
But yeah, I ended up bleaching my hair, and then after that I ended up adding I think it was Ion Bright's titanium to my hair, like all over.
That's not gray. Titanium is not gray and very dark. Oh.
And the next clip is the results of that, and it's it's really sad. Like, I'm crying. It, like, don't feel bad for me. It's just hair. It's not that big of a deal. But like, if you don't want to watch me cry, bye.
Okay, so I'm so upset. I put the gray hair dye in my hair,
Not gray, titanium.
and somehow my hair is dark fucking blue. I don't, like, you guys saw my roots did not have any blue in them. Like, my very top roots had no blue, and even they turned dark blue.
Your even top regrowth hasn't changed a color because it's too yellow. And in gray and titanium there is blue. What do you think gray is made of? Blue. So there was green pigment in your hair, and these green direct pigments are growing. So that's why it's so blue. But it's because you use titanium that it's so dark. I know. A consumer cannot know anything about these colors, but that's why I'm making these videos.
I don't know how the fuck this happened, how gray turned to this, and I am so sad. I just want to go to my dad's room somewhere. I literally am gonna go to school tomorrow. It's not even that. It's not even that I don't like this color. It's that I put all that money, all that work, just for this. And like, nothing I ever do is right. Like, I can't even fucking, like, my hair, I got it so light. I was honestly kind of proud because it was pretty light. And like,
I feel so, my heart is breaking if I see somebody's crying. And of course, the money you spend on this is big. Impulsively doing things is never good. Maybe consider and calculate how much bleach you're going to. Of course, you don't know in the front, but you know you have to bleach it 3 to 4 times. It's never going in 1 or 2 bleaches. If you go from blue, that's not possible. That's not possible. And now you know, because there's so much rounds of bleach and all these hours of work, why it's so expensive that you go to the hairdresser and you ask, I'm blue, I want to go blonde. It's not like we have magical product that this is blonde. No.
I thought if I did gray, eventually I'd be able to go blonde, and then I could just like leave it there and give my hair like a little rest, and like I
But you did not put gray. It's metallic.
wouldn't have to keep up with it, you know. And then this fucking, I don't even know what to do. Like, I can't even cover it up with like brown. Like, the only thing I could do is like dye my hair black to fix this, and I can't. I don't want to do that. I'm too pale to have black hair.
No, no, no. Rinse it out, dry your hair, and look what's happening. Don't do anything drastic now.
So this is gonna be the last part of this video. So this is my hair dried, what it looks like.
I'm very convinced that if you wash it frequently, it will come off and it go lighter, but it will be green, blue-green again, like you had after one bleach. But it will wash off.
After I did all of that, this is the final result. And it's not good, and I'm just really upset. I know it's dumb to cry over a hair color, but like, I really do not have that much money. I mean, I'm 16. I work at Barnes & Noble. Like, I work like twice a week. Like, I do not have that much money, and I spent a lot of money on products, and I couldn't afford to go to a hairdresser.
I don't know if you could afford it, but that's the problem. You could afford something with the hairdresser, but not that drastic. If you want to change your hair drastically, it can work 1 time, it can work 2 times, it can work 5 times, but suddenly it doesn't work anymore. So if you are changing your hair so frequently and so drastically, be prepared that someday it will not work.
I don't want to spend the money, and I don't want to spend the time on it, so I wanted to get back to a natural color, and I tried the gray, because I thought the gray was like a step towards a natural color, because I thought after gray and after like the blue, kind of wait for the blue to fade, like I could do blonde.
Why didn't you put some brown? That's natural. Gray, you're 16. Gray is not your natural color. I'm guessing brown is too normal for you. If you have bright colors, if you want to go to gray, you're talking about black. I guess if you put some brown natural color, not gray, that's not your natural color. So I don't think you will be happy. I don't think so. Press one of these videos to see more hair fails and hair tips. Have you learned from this video? Have you been entertained by this video? Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, press that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on TikTok. All I'm going to say today is ciao, kus.